Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy.
We give you the courtesy of conversation.
That's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac,
I'm Wesley.
and this is the show. Yo, how's everybody doing today? Don't forget to like, listen, subscribe. Hit that bell button so you can keep up with everything we're doing. Shout out to our sponsor, Doc Loves the Kids, Crime Scene Seasoning. Opening today, I want to start with bump stock ban tossed out by Supreme Court and gun rights win. A divided U.S. Supreme Court threw out the federal ban on bump stocks, saying regulators exceeded their power by outlawing the rapid-fire devices after they were used in the deadliest mass shooting in the country's history. Voting 6-3 along ideological lines, the justices voided a criminal prohibition put in place by the Trump administration after the 2017 Las Vegas concert massacre, when a man used a bump stock and killed 60 people. Now, I remember this. I remember when it happened because I went to Vegas right after that. And then I saw the aftermath. Like, one girl showed she was missing an eye because the 223 hit her in the eye, and it went boom like that. You know what I'm saying? She
Wow.
didn't die from it. And I remember it was at a country concert. He took all the first of all, he had 30 some odd guns with bump stocks that he took into his hotel room, set up a camera outside the hotel room to see when security was coming in, busted out the window and just started spraying people.
Let's
Now,
let's explain really quick what a bump
a
stock
bump stock
is.
is an attachment that you put on. It's the receiver. I believe it's the receiver of your assault rifle or your AR or whatever you have like that. And you put it on the back, and what it does, it holds the trigger down. So instead of you having to press the trigger every time, it just makes it an automatic weapon. But they
Mm.
say that since the way that it's made, it doesn't count as an automatic weapon. So I mean, they said it's good to go. I wish I could buy one, but I live here in Washington, where they made
So
it outlawed, where you can't own that. Actually, wait. Yeah,
I
no.
wonder, does this like have a a statewide kind of
It's a federal thing,
ramifications as well?
Well, I
You
mean,
know,
like Washington State. Look, if you have a Washington ID, you can't even leave the state and go purchase a fire. I mean, maybe they might let you, but you're not supposed to be able to even leave the state to go purchase an AR style rifle.
hey, they said this decision was by a 6-3 vote along ideological
Ideology,
lines.
yeah,
Yeah, and Clarence Thomas wrote the majority decision for this right here. I'm assuming that I'm not assuming, but we know that all Republicans pretty much voted for this, which was a good thing. I'm not
yeah,
against. I don't want to ever make ban on firearms or any kind of weapons. I think that that's just a pretty much a problem. I think we just need more training. That's what I'm gonna consistently always say that. I feel like we just don't give enough training
and
in
enough
that.
mental
And
health
it's,
and enough
I
mental
mean,
health care in this world. And that's what's wrong with it. That kids shoot up schools because they get bullied and they don't have the proper thing to help them with their mental as they're growing teenagers and adults either. My mom said that the wise words of my mom. She said, "Look, George Bush closed all the mental institutions," and he's like, "Why?" She's like, "Watch, mass shootings are going to go up," and they went up because no one wants to address crazy. You want to point at the gun. The gun's not a transformer. It's not just busting shots.
but and they try to pretend like owning firearms are only for hunting. This is to defend yourself against enemies, foreign, like, I know that's another, but we defend ourselves against enemies, foreign and domestic, whether that's our government, whether that's our neighbor, whoever it is at the end of the day. And so that's why I don't want them trying to put us in a situation where the only thing that we can have is handguns.
Yeah,
Because
with 8 rounds or whatnot.
yeah, I mean that they're pretty much just, what this is just can't be used for hunting. We're not, it's not about whether we want to just use it for hunting. This country was founded on dissent. This country was founded on, revolution.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we need to be able to have whatever type of arms we need to defend ourselves. I just feel like they need to start training people from the time they're young, teaching them about firearm safety, and then training them up. That's we're the largest standing army in the entire world is the United States. We have more guns than anyone else, and that's a huge reason why nobody is willing to attack us here on our soil. It's also why our government doesn't do certain things to us at the same time, because they understand that there's a problem if we do, and this is why they're
Yeah.
trying to take weapons away from us. So I do
Well,
feel
they
like we need to go
go
ahead.
ahead. I mean, they also want to make it so like when you're defending your home, what I'm saying, you can't defend your home. I mean, like this goes with it. It's another article out in the Bay Area, out of Oakland. A 77-year-old homeowner arrested after murder after shooting a burglar who broke into his home. Now they're saying, the burglar was running and the man shot him in the back, and so they always try to say, well, he's no longer a threat. And in my eyes, I'm like, he's a threat until he's captured or I take him down, because he can always come back. They need to,
Absolutely.
that, like, and I've said this on the show before, folks, and I want everybody to hear this. And what's his name? Ben Carson. He said the same thing. He's like, America needs to start taking care of its tax-paying, law-abiding citizens before we stop paying taxes and stop following by the laws.
But let me ask you this though, before we go too far. So if a person is running away from you, I know that it's a situation. Let me just it's a situation to where a person could be coming at you and then they see the gun, they turn away and you hit them in the back.
Too late.
But if a person, okay, that's different. But if a person is like running away from you, literally running away from you, should you be able to gun them down?
What'd they do to me?
Don't matter with it.
I'm saying if you ran up on me and you tried to fight me, like, yeah, I'm gonna beat your ass, and then I pulled a and now you're running, cool, you're gone. But if you just came up to me, assaulted me, broke into my house, and you think your ass is gonna go run down the street and rethink of a plan, no, sir. No. No. You're gonna look like them old school cartoons after they get shot. You go to drink some water, bro. The water's coming out your body.
Listen, you're stupid, man. Listen, this is what I don't feel like that's right. I don't feel like you should be able to. If somebody's running away from you,
turn your
you shouldn't be able to gun them down.
Hawaiian punch.
Let me say this: we've had so many instances where people, we don't know what. We know this guy probably broke into this other guy's house. Okay,
they got the video of the dude on the ground bleeding and crying out like, "Hey."
Okay, but what about instances where you have a person who comes to the wrong door, the wrong house? Next thing you know, this guy comes out and he guns him down. Then he tells you that, oh, they tried to break into my house. It doesn't matter if there's video of it or not. It's his word against whoever else's. All you have is the fact that he shot this person in the back who was yards away from him.
Well, you gotta open the door and shoot people. You can't. That happened to a lady. Remember, like, she went and banged on the lady's door, and the lady feared for her life because the lady, she assaulted the kids, so the lady shot through the door. Now, for me, I'm like, I'm gonna open it up like, pow, pow, pow.
Hey, what I'm saying though is just
and then stand on the body with the gun.
We really have to we really gotta be careful about that, because I really feel like there's just too much wiggle room in a case like that. You just don't know which way something like that's going to go, because you got some people who can lie about what really happened. You shot a person in the back, they're 20 yards from you, and this guy just tried to break in my house. He tried to kick my door. We don't know if he did or didn't. There's no proof. But next thing you know, he killed him and he shot him in the back. What you do know is he shot him in the back. Yeah. He was going away from you at that point in time. But I mean, the laws need
to change. I'm just saying, you break into my house and then you see the guns, you try to leave. Game over, homie. This ain't no. You ain't gonna respawn after this. What I'm about to do to you, I'm saying it's over. And I'm gonna check your pockets. Oh wait, you ain't got shit. That's why you was in my house. You broke in. There was nothing in there. This is the worst case of practicing ever.
Hey, you're stupid, bro.